The story of Opencity started probably 20 years ago. I employed Opencity Limited in the UK to help with the development of an international advisory board on wound bed preparation. Roland Renier and I continue to be friends, but Roland retired and I set up Opencity Inc in North America, to a certain extent carrying on some of the work that he had started on that project. And yeah, delighted still to be working on a regular basis with Dr. Sibbald, Dr. Aiello and others. While I think there's been some changes in how we consume content and how it's maybe published, some of the core elements in terms of project management and I think a focus on quality remain the same. We're now largely editing to APA 7th edition 2020 and maybe some of the project management tools, Dropbox, Google Drive and so forth are now a kind of central component. Maybe they were less so some years ago, and Zoom and others of course. For many of the projects that we do, some of the timelines are often maybe a year. In the case of Ornac standards, actually 2 years, so a 2-year publication cycle. I think a regular cadence of meetings. We often do maybe one meeting a month, which over a 12-month period or a 24-month period then can yield results without kind of that horrible feeling of needing something done yesterday or by tomorrow. Very proud of some of the work that we've been able to do as Opencity through a variety of channels. Behind me there is a team of freelancers, 12, 14 of us, and I couldn't do the work that we do without them. Some of their attention to detail and their skill is incredible, and certainly the clients that we work with have benefited from that. Social responsibility has always been very important to me. 10 years ago I was one of the co-founders of Milton Transitional Housing in Ontario, and then of course when I set up Opencity, I wanted to try and find a way to carry on that social responsibility and giving to charities. Now, maybe not core to our business, but we found ways to do that, I think, either through charitable spotlight podcasts or blog post episodes, or producing video, or even attending events and trying to raise awareness of some of the charitable causes out there. So go to the blog post on this website and you'll find a category called Charity Spotlights where you'll find many of the charities that we have tried to support, and also some of the blog post features and podcast episodes. I think one of the things that helps me and us at Opencity the most is probably having maybe 10 projects on the go at any one time. And every week and every day, kind of almost cycling through those, looking at every project and saying, what is it that I could do today to help this project move forward? And that may be very small, but just the sheer fact of coming back to something almost on a daily, weekly basis seems to pay dividends working on projects that last over a 12 or 24-month period. I think it's good in business to be curious or have an entrepreneurial streak. There's often a technology component to that, and I think we've tried to experiment over the 7 years of Opencity, often being early adopters with Vidyard or Igloo or Zoom or Dropbox or a whole variety, even the use of video and podcasting. So yeah, I think that has enabled us often to stay maybe a little bit ahead and actually be able to use various pieces of technology to our advantage, which actually in many ways have become very core and fundamental to the success and the way in which we deliver many projects.